Good Tuesday morning. I'm meteorologist Jeff Gerber. It's 11:30 and we do our stream every morning 11:30 to about 11:40, and we'll give you the latest on what's going on weather-wise. Give us a good 10 minutes to look at the weather instead of the quick, short 2 to 3 minutes we usually have during a weathercast, and you can kind of see what's going on across southeast Texas. And we'll take a look at what's going on across the rest of the country as well. Big storm out west, a lot of rain and snow out through the Intermountain West and along California coast. We're seeing a lot of heavy rain as well. For us, it looks like a pretty nice day. We'll see some cloud cover out there for today and temperatures into the 70s. So it's going to be a warm afternoon. We'll be up around 70, maybe 75 south of I-10, and we could see some lower 70s all the way up into the lakes area for later on this afternoon. So looking pretty good there. 6 o'clock we'll still be in the upper 60s, and by 10 o'clock we'll be in the lower 60s, expecting lows tonight near 60 degrees here in the triangle, and then some upper 50s as we head up towards the lakes. With some partly to mostly cloudy skies through the rest of this afternoon, some mostly cloudy skies for tonight. Maybe a little bit of patchy fog tonight as well. Allergy report still high on tree. We don't worry about weed or grass this time of year. And then mold is on the low side since it's been so dry out there. At least we had a little bit of rain over the weekend that helped catch us up a little bit. We're a little over an inch behind for the year, but still that's not too bad. We ended last year way behind. So if we can get ahead for this year, that'll hopefully make up a little bit for what we lost last year. All right, here's a look outside. We'll take you up to Jasper, and you can see the cloud cover out there. There is some sunshine in between some of these clouds, and we're hoping these clouds break up just a little bit more as we head towards the afternoon. But you can see the sun kind of on the buildings just a little bit there in Jasper, our Roofing 911 live Skycam network. This particular camera brought to you by Provalis. And then we'll shoot down to Port Arthur, where once again you can see the high-level clouds in between the mid-level clouds there. So a little bit of blue here and there, but generally we're seeing some cloudy skies out there. This another camera is brought to you by Market Basket down there in Port Arthur, part of that Roofing 911 live Skycam network. As we look down towards the intercoastal waterway there, not seeing any ships at this time, but I like it when the big ones come by and move down through the waterway there. It's pretty interesting. But right now, pretty quiet, it looks like, in Port Arthur, as temperatures are climbing already down there into the middle 70s. So nice and warm as we go through the afternoon. We'll switch cameras over to Orange. This is the Horseman's Western Store looking down I-10. Looks like travel through there is pretty smooth. As we look at our Roofing 911 live Skycam network, currently showing 72 degrees over in Orange. Humidity still up there a little ways at 66%, so a little bit of humidity to deal with, and we're seeing a little bit of it shows a northwesterly wind right now at about 5. This particular location, I think because of its location to the interstate there so close, we get a little bit more of a north wind on this particular instrument package there because of just the traffic going by, and it creates a little bit of a north wind. But we see it when the wind kicks up a little bit stronger. You can see those south winds kicking in between about 5 and 8 miles per hour there. Here's a view from our 12 News studio out on our tower. We've got it facing east, and you can see the mixed cloud cover, the mid-level clouds and the high-level clouds out there. This camera brought to you by Mid-County Plumbing. All right, let's take a look at temperatures, and we're working our way into the 70s. Everybody's in the 70s right now. 70 in Jasper, 71 in Orange, and also Woodville. We're looking at about 72 in Kirbyville, 73 in Silsbee, 73 in Beaumont, and we're at 74 right now in Port Arthur. As we take a look at what's going on satellite-wise, you can definitely see the clouds streaming into southeast Texas. Like these wider ones are actually the higher level clouds. We're seeing a lot of those up through parts of the Midwest, but you can see those higher level clouds skirting in, and then you can almost see them here. You can see right in here, those are the lower level clouds that are moving in. So we have kind of clouds moving in two different directions. The higher level clouds coming in from the west, and some of these lower level clouds streaming in from the south off the Gulf. So that's giving us the mostly cloudy, partly cloudy skies out there. But you notice nothing on radar. You got to go all the way over to New Mexico to find some precipitation, and some of that might be falling in the way of maybe some snow out there. We have a cold front out towards New Mexico. We're waiting for a cold front to come through southeast Texas. That's going to happen, looks like, Saturday, and with that, we might catch a little bit of rain and some cooler temperatures for Sunday and Monday. Definitely looking at about a 10 to maybe 15 degree drop in temperatures from one day to the next. Satellite and radar, you can see the Midwest, a lot of cloud cover all the way from the Dakotas down to Texas, but not a lot of precipitation there. Just a lot of cloud cover, a lot of moisture moving across parts of the Midwest. East Coast looks fine for today, but look at all activity out towards the west. All these pink and purple shaded areas, those are all winter storm warnings or winter advisories. And you can see Intermountain West getting some snow finally. They need a little bit of snow. And then you can see the spin off the parts of the west coast. A lot of rain moving into California. Snows in the higher elevations here. Nevada's getting dumped on with a lot of snow. So if you have a late season maybe ski trip for maybe Tahoe, something like that, looks like it's going to be good as far as the snow. They're going to get quite a bit of it from this storm system. So yeah, a lot of activity out west. If you have travel plans, say from Denver, Salt Lake City, over towards San Francisco, maybe up to Portland, Oregon, you might run into some delays there just because of all the activity weather-wise out in parts of the western states. For us, our futurecast takes us up into the 70s for this afternoon. We'll go some middle 70s down around the triangle here, some lower 70s up towards the lakes, and then we push back into the 60s as we head towards this evening. I think we'll see 60s all the way through this evening. Clouds might break up a little bit. We might see a little bit of sunshine before it goes down, and then as we go through the overnight, clouds kind of come back across the area. Might see a little bit of patchy fog. And tomorrow morning, I think we'll see a mix of 60s and 50s, not just all 60s like we're showing here, but I think we'll see some upper 50s and some lower 60s out there. And then tomorrow, once again, partly to mostly cloudy skies. We'll see temperatures rising well up into the 70s, 75 to maybe 77 for tomorrow afternoon, and we'll go even higher than that towards Thursday and going into Friday. As we take a look at our coastal marine forecast, looking at no advisories, but kind of choppy out there on the inland lakes and bays for today. Southeasterly winds about 10 knots, brings our seas to about 2 feet. Only one high tide left. That's at 4:15 for this afternoon. And our days are getting a little bit longer. 6:53 was our sunrise. Our sunset's not till 6:07 for tonight. And you can see the winds right now at Texas Point. Southeast at about 14 miles an hour, gusting to 15. Water temperatures there holding into the middle 60s. So through the afternoon, we'll go anywhere from, say, 72 to 75. Variable clouds and south winds at 5 to 15, a little breezy, but no rain expected. And then as we head towards tonight, mostly cloudy with maybe a little bit of patchy fog in spots. I think winds coming down a little bit, but still enough that we won't see widespread fog. And we're expecting to see temperatures into upper 50s and lower 60s. We might see a little bit more in the way of some lower 60s around the triangle here than I have, but I'm kind of betting on maybe a little bit less in the way of some cloud cover, maybe some upper 50s out there. Warm temperatures all the way through Saturday, upper 70s, middle 70s to upper 70s. And dry through Thursday. Morning lows are going to be in the 60s Thursday and Friday mornings. And then we'll see a small chance of rain on Friday, 20% chance, maybe a couple isolated showers. Here comes our cold front on Saturday. Once again, that's going to give us about a 30% chance of some scattered showers, maybe an isolated thunderstorm. Doesn't look like it's going to be a repeat of what it was last Saturday night where we had the severe weather and the very heavy rainfall. This will be some scattered showers, it looks like at this point. And then behind that cold front, we'll see a cool down. Temperatures holding there into the middle 60s for both Saturday or Sunday and Monday afternoon. So nice and mild there. And then chilly mornings, 48. This is triangle temperatures, 48 in the triangle on Sunday and then 40 on the triangle on Monday. So we're looking at maybe some 30s up towards the lakes area on Monday morning. So yeah, winter's still here, hasn't left yet. It's going to feel a little bit more like winter time as we go towards Sunday and Monday. I want to put up a number at the bottom of your screen. This number is the number you can text us any weather questions that you have, 409-749-9302. You have any plans, maybe planning an outdoor party or something like that, maybe on a one day this week, you can text us and we maybe give you an idea of what the weather's going to be like at that specific time or anything like that. So 409-749-9302. Later on tonight, I believe Patrick is back, or maybe Carrie. I think maybe Carrie's still going to be here, and he's going to be doing the weather stream from 6:30 to 6:10, or 6. I did that again. If I did it at the beginning of the show, I did it again. 6:30 to 6:40, and give you the latest look at what's going on weather-wise. I appreciate you holding through this whole weather stream and watching out what's going on.